Hey, this Dan Land Pro with another tutorial. We're doing Adobe Express again. The last tutorial we showed you was how to make custom YouTube thumbnails. Today, I'm going to show you how to make what I call AR art, AI art. I call it bop art, which usually includes some form of dance. But I'm going to show you how I make those images so you can see the easy process that you can make them in Adobe Express. Let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Adobe Express. And what I do is I usually use generative AI when I want to create like a quick poster or something. You just click here and then you go generate image. And I'm going to do something simple so you can understand what I'm doing. So I'm going to say, give me a man's dress hat on a hardwood floor in a dance studio. And then I'm going to say generate. So there you have it. It gives me 4 choices, and then I can hit generate more if I want more. So we can go through those choices. As you see, it gives me different choices that I might want to use that particular hat. So if I want to generate more, we just click generate more. And as you see, it's going to give me 4 more choices. And you can click that any kind of way you want. And what I normally do, once I get what I really want and I want to resize it, then I resize it, which we're going to show you next. So now we got 4 more choices. And we could pick either hat that we want. So I'm going to pick something strange, something like this. And then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hit resize. And then I'm going to go down here to social media. And you get your different choices, as you see, Instagram story, whatever. So I'm going to hit Instagram story, and then I'm going to hit resize. Now, once it's resized, I can also use different images in order to put in here. So you can see once it's resized, we can also generate images at that level. So I could just generate more, which we're not going to do because we're not going to wait anymore because I want to get to the next step. So I'm just going to say we're going to keep this one. And now I'm going to generate another image because I want to put some shoes in here. So I'm just going to generate an image. We're going to do portrait style. And I'm going to say, give me some men's dress shoes. And this is how you can do so many different types of art. And you notice right here where it say art, you see you can do photo, you can do graphic, you can do art. You can pick what you want to do. And once you understand how art works or the different types of art, you can put those in. So you have to learn to speak to the prompt in AI language. So now you see I got a pair of nice shoes right here that I would want to use. And in this case, what I would do with those shoes right here, I would drop the background. So we're going to drop the background. So now I can put these shoes right down here, shrink those down, and then I can add more. I can add a microphone, I can add some chandeliers. I can go up here and duplicate this particular image. So I duplicated this particular image, as you see. So now I'm going to drop the background off of my top image. So let's drop that background, which is the top of the hat. And then I'm just going to go get some text. Like here, we can get some presets as far as text, but I'm just going to add some text. And then I'm just going to add bop art, no specific font. I'm going to give it a color. I'm going to get my color with the color picker. So I'm going to get my color off the hat. So I'm going to get one of these colors here to fit in that family. So let's brighten that up just a little bit. And then we can scale this up. And I can move it right there. And I'm going to scale it down just a little bit so you can see the power of it. I'm going to put an effect on there so you can see a little classic effect. So we got that on there. So now what I want to do with that particular one is I want to take this and put it behind the hat. And see, that was the reason for duplicating that top layer and then putting this layer behind it. So now all I got to do now, we want to keep that on top of each other. So now I got to do now is just go get my brand, which a lot of times we use different brands. So I'm gonna go get this particular brand, and then I'm gonna put this brand on my art. So just put your brand right up there, and then you can write something, or sometimes I go in the elements, or I use this text prompt, and I go get a preset. So as you see some of this preset text, I'm gonna view all, and then I can put an article inside of here. And you see, I can grab this article and move it up. And then I can shrink it down. And then all I would do is go in here and change the colors of that particular text. And that's all you gotta do. And there's other ways to do it without going through all of these different, I'm just doing it this way so you can see the simple way on how to change that text. And once you finish, we're just gonna leave that default text in there, but you can space it out. So I'm just showing you how to add things in here. I can even add a beach ball. So let's add a beach ball. I'm gonna add a beach ball. I can go to elements and I can pick some of the presets in here, or I can go back to, which I like to do. I like to generate my own images. So I can say, give me a beach ball. And then just write in here, beach ball, black and white. And then just hit generate. And then AI is going to generate me a beach ball. As you see, it generated me a beach ball. So now what we're gonna do again is we're gonna drop that background off. You also have other tools in here that you can use like any other program. And as you see, they gave me a little extra, so I just moved that up, get that out the way. Now you can add shadows in here and everything. So you can do so many different things, and that's how you can create posters or anything that you probably want to create overall, to make your art pop. So you can fancy this up. I can change the font to this particular text, which you'll see me use. Sometimes I use formal, but you want to be careful with formal, especially if you're doing all caps. So I'm just going to do something weird like that. And see, you can change it around. So it's just so much you can do with Adobe Express. And like you got your sophisticated programs like Premiere Pro and After Effects, but when you're making something like a poster or you're making something like a graphic or a flyer, and the reason I be showing this is because we see the traditional way, and sometimes we try to squeeze a lot of stuff on a flyer. Well, this will allow you the white space or the space between your images and text, etc., in order to space things out and then present it to your audience. So you hear me say a lot of times bop art, which most of my art deals with, like dance shoes or hats or suits or clothing, something relative to dancing. And that's what it is. It's bebop, bop, relative to dancing. Bop has different definitions, but the one that I use is associated with dancing. So that's why I call it bop art. So a lot of stuff that I create has to do with that imagery or that imagination. So it comes from AI. It's artificial intelligence. The artistic part is being able to bring those things together. So if your imagination had a train, some shoes, a hat, a suit, or whatever, then you can bring that together along with text and other things. I'll also show you in another tutorial how to do this same process with video. Till next time. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy when you learn the format of Adobe Express. You can make posters, you can make images, you can make all types of AI art. The reason they call it AI art is because we're using artificial intelligence to generate these images. But as you notice, we're cutting out certain elements and combining them, compiling them in an interdisciplinary approach in order to come up with our final image. Okay, that's pretty much it. Till next time, don't forget to hit that subscribe and that like button. YouTube.com, Dan Land Pro, Steps Express, or Webmaster Dan. Peace.